Hi everybody, today I'm gonna make a quick analysis. I am going to mention AMD, Amazon, Netflix, RIVN, SPY, and Tesla. Before that, we had some interesting, I'm gonna address AMC first. It was pretty interesting what happened today. I don't trade AMC. I don't trade GameStop either. Where is GameStop? Right here. But today was a pretty interesting day for these stocks. So if you go to the 1 minute, it went up 78%, and it's actually up pretty much 24%. So it's been 100% in the last 24 hours, which is pretty interesting. If we take a look at GameStop, we're almost at the same percentage rate, which is 74, 90% and some change. So one thing, I think that in the case of GME, I think that leadership care more about the retail investor than leadership in AMC. I think if you are trading this and you want to jump into this whole trend now that we might end up seeing within the next few days, that is great. If you see opportunity and if you bought whatever options, let's say somewhere in this range today, well, you made pretty good money. But the reality is that now we have a pretty consistent track record of AMC leadership, especially from the CEO, of diluting the stock consistently. So I think that if you consider yourself an ape or whatever the hell you want to call yourself, which I think is super dumb, but anyways, just be very careful. I think it might be a good strategy to take profits as this keeps going up, but we have plenty of examples in this stock that shows you that every time there's been some type of run on the stock price, there's been another disaster right afterwards. You have this type of runs here, and then again what happens is that leadership doesn't really care about you. They take advantage of retail investors, and I guess the hope that all retail investors have of like catching an amazing run just like what we saw in the past with AMC and GameStop. If I had to choose between these two, as far as being a little bit more secure about what leadership is going to do, and I think I would go with GameStop. I don't hate the AMC investor or retail degenerate, but I do hate leadership because of the way they have managed every single time this stock. As you can tell, I don't even have levels here. I really don't follow this, but I'm addressing this because, well, everybody's talking about it. If you go to X, everybody's talking about it. So that's all I have to say. Anyways, let's move on to Amazon. I was mentioning last week that we might experience here a rebound, or basically the stock price not able to break this support level at 189 or 190. Let's put it that way. And I was also mentioning that I was seeing a double top formation, which I think I called it here last Monday, I believe. So we have seen a little bit of a tiny consolidation here within the next 3 days, and now we are seeing momentum declining, or bullish momentum declining. Just keep an eye on this. This is already playing with EMAs right here, and I wouldn't be surprised, and this price is at least going to catch up with the SMA 35. if I was playing a double top formation here, well, then you have to wait until breaking the neckline. So, and I really don't know or don't think that Amazon is going to go that low. But in addition to what I'm saying, the other indicators, this is a view, I'm going to get rid of that. These indicators are telling me also that there is a decline on sentiment, on bullish sentiment, at least for now. And you might actually see the MACD and the TSA going down at least to their, I guess, zero lines, or you know, looking at I guess a bullish trend. The same with the RSI. So just keep an eye on this. This definitely, I didn't have any positions here because I didn't see enough clarity on this, but it could have been a pretty fun short position. Again, I'm a very short-term trader, so an entry right here, which in my eyes would have been a little bit risky, or an entry right here on a Friday, maybe not, but you know, we'll see tomorrow. You know, this looks like this is going to start closing, and if it closes quickly tomorrow, then it might be worth actually getting into Amazon. I forgot, I want to do AMD as well. So I did Amazon first and AMD is going second. So I like to go alphabetical, but whatever. AMD, I think I mentioned covering this gap, but it actually failed. It didn't go all the way, but it's pretty much close. So I guess we can get this guy out of the way. And I also mentioned this resistance, the support level, which is actually breaking. Next level right here is 141. So I think that right now, if this was let's put it this way, if this was a 1 minute chart, I wouldn't actually go short on this because it's already under the zero line, and I don't trade like that. But I feel it's a daily chart. I feel like this can go back to this level right here and then test it. And so I wouldn't touch this stock unless you want to play this, which is sorry, my dog is crying downstairs. My girlfriend is not here, and he cries when she's not here. Anyways, this, I think this can this might be actually an interesting entry by tomorrow. So, but I think you have to take a look at this 141 or 142 level, and let's take a look at the one. Let me get rid of this. Regular hours. Yeah, it's a tough trade. Yeah, I wouldn't, if I wasn't looking at AMD today very much, but very choppy. I nothing that actually matches the way I like to trade. But look at this. But anyways, I think AMD is something to keep an eye with in the next day. And see if this momentum continues. But looking at this chart right now, the 1 minute chart, I wouldn't touch it on the way down. I would actually wait for this to come back and have these indicators catch up a little bit. And once this the MACD and the TSI go over the zero lines, then I would actually think, you know, this still has more room to go down, because it actually is not going to reflect on the daily chart. But I don't know, maybe this sounds confusing, but that is the way I see my trading. I check the daily chart and then I go all the way down to the 1 minute, and then that's how I start putting positions in. I also have all this, the names that I'm going to mention today are on X, and there's a written explanation of my thought process behind them. But if there is any utility on these videos, well, that'll be great. Good for you. Anyways, Netflix. Doing Netflix next. I don't want to mention Meta, Microsoft yet. I think these things have to I want to give it a little bit more time. So let's check on Netflix. I'm on the 1 minute on Netflix. That's a nice chart. So this has room, in my opinion, and I was mentioning this last week, that it would be optimal if we go down and then bounce, but at this point I don't see that happening. I think that this might catch a little bit of range here, give or take, maybe go lower to the EMA line and then bounce back and go up. So in this case, I wouldn't take 578 as a support line. I would actually use the SMA 35 as a support line in any case, because this is going to keep going up. And but I think this has room for 639. So keep an eye on this. The indicators down here look pretty good as well. They are actually moving very nicely. I love when I see these things right here on the TSI and the MACD, when there is actually a very, I guess, dramatic move up like this. It is always a great indication, and you see something very similar in the RSI. So Netflix definitely has room to get to this point of 635, and maybe even if it mounted and keep going up. So this is this still has a little bit more room to go up. So let's now move on to RIVN. It was an interesting day for RIVN. Nice trading on RIVN today, and it was up 9.11 for the day. So it looks kind of choppy, but it actually had a pretty interesting look. Again, just for the way I like to trade. It was super overbought right here, but it's still maintained. And I think it's worth keeping an eye on this and take a look at this chart. Look, I have two of these things right here. Let's get rid of this guy. This definitely looks better than what it did last week. So you're here at 825 or 826 as a support, and now you can see the MACD, the TSI, and the RSI moving very nicely. I think this has, a crux point for this is the SMA 35, which is this line right here, and if it mounts that, I think there is no volume in this area right here. I think it would be an easy climb to at least this support level, which is 1513, which I can put right here, which kind of like matches where the gap is. I'd like to use a little bit older candles, and it actually matches perfectly. So I think that would be my next move. I'm gonna wait for the price to go over, so probably in the next 2 days I will have my answer to go over the SMA 35, and if it mounts, then I definitely grab some options, some calls, and ride it. SPY. I'm doing SPY. Where's SPY? Okay. You know, I mean, what is a relation here? But Amazon, I always take a look at these kind of formations. Well, in this case, you can argue it's a double top or whatever, but I think this might take a breather within the next few days. And the reason for this, I will wait at least one more day, is that the MACD and the TSI, even though they look kind of okay, you can also see that they're losing a little bit of momentum. So if we have a couple of red days, you are going to see these guys going under the zero line, and definitely the price action way closer to the EMAs. In this case, I'm using this line, the SMA 35, again as a support level. So let's see what we see by Wednesday. as tomorrow and probably Wednesday you're going to have more volume coming into the market. So that could give you a good indication of which direction this is going to go. If we go green and mount this, I think this SPY is going to have some, definitely a little bit more room to keep going up. But at least for now, I want to see what is going to develop in this area. Are we coming here and fail to break and go down? It's possible. But if we mount and retest, then that would be pretty nice. So that's what I'm doing. Now let's do Tesla. 6 is Tesla, and this is the last one that I'm gonna check today. I was talking about this the whole week last week, and seems like I'm gonna talk about Tesla for a while anyways. I was mentioning there was a gap right here, it got filled, and now we have this a little bit of uncertainty. I don't like how the MACD and the TSI look. The RSI is okay, but in reality, this is gonna be choppy. I think the best case scenario for now would be like ranging here and going up, or it could range and try to cover this gap right here. But we'll see. We really don't have anything. This is not the best candle either. We really don't have anything on Tesla right now. I wouldn't trade it. If I mean, how can you trade this chart? Let's be honest. Unless you think like the price is pretty low and you understand that this stock is gonna keep going up and you wanna, I guess, hold for a few years, that's fine, whatever. But if you are day trading or swinging, just stay away from this until you see some clarity in this range. If it's gonna get in range, if it's gonna break this support level and go down. There is no volume in this area, so that would be the most reasonable trade. But if it gets to this level and then shoots up, it has to break 177, which has been pretty stubborn, and then you can maybe have some hope that things are going to go up. But I still maintaining what I said last week. There's more chances that Tesla is going to fill this gap than actually take back 177 and then move to the next level, which is 194, 193. So that's what I have for today. I will be posting this on YouTube and X. And this is not financial advice. This is just my observations about how I see the charts and what decisions I will be taking, let's say, tomorrow and the next few days. And even if I don't even know if I'm going to have any trades in the next few days. But in any case, I will keep those updates on videos and make your own decisions, do your own research, and follow me on X. NoRandomTrades is this page right here, and you can see I guess my opinion on some of the stocks that I just spoke about. So you have here Tesla, you have SPY, RIVN, Netflix, Amazon, and AMD. So, and I put the videos here, so I don't know if somebody can give me some advice about thumbnails, that would be great. I have no fucking clue about how to do those things. But anyways, don't want to waste your time. See you guys tomorrow.